From BigHMW.com, World Headquarters at Bishop Park, this is the Atari Report, the 8-bit edition with Ray Jackson.
Good evening, everybody. On this edition of the Atari Report, we take a look at a port of a 1984 Konami arcade classic that took the arcade by storm. Ladies and gentlemen, Time Pilot for the Atari 8-bit home computers and the Atari XE video game system.
Yes, indeed, and what a way to kick off the initial voyage of the 8-bit edition of the Atari Report than with this 1982 hit from Konami, Time Pilot, for the Atari 8-bit home computers and the Atari XE video game system. I gotta tell you, here you go through 5 different phases. Obviously, here, in this first phase, you're going through World War I, around 1910. And obviously you're blasting away biplanes and rescuing, stranded pilots in parachutes. But I gotta tell you, this game is well worth it already. I mean, it's a shoot 'em up, alright. If you're familiar with Sinistar or other games like it, or maybe Zone Ranger, or a few others like it, you'll love Time Pilot, believe me. Time Pilot is a challenge, it's great. And obviously, there are 5 different waves you go through from 1910 all the way up until about the mid-21st century. And here's how you finish off each wave after you're done finishing off as many of those planes as you possibly can. You blast away at the big ship there, and obviously, I kind of got in the way there. But, you blast away that Zeppelin right there, or whatever, and you go into a warp after that. Yep, now you're ready for the next phase. As we go into World War II, around 1940, and here you're battling a bunch of kamikazes around here and things like that. Basically enemy planes for World War II. And obviously, there's still parachuters out there you're rescuing. Each one of them is worth 2,000 points. But as soon as you clear up enough of those enemy planes, you then get a shot at the big guy himself. And there's a big guy at every end here. Here it is what I'm talking about here. But obviously, you're constantly dodging missiles and bombs and things like that. But there you go. Eventually, you destroyed them. And now, we go on to the next phase of Time Pilot here. For 1970, around the Vietnam War, of all things. And here you're battling enemy choppers here and there. Blasting away as usual. You can see by the counter, obviously, how many you have left over before you meet the big gun himself. But I gotta tell you, I mean, it's a terrific game. If you're a fan of Sinistar or Zone Ranger or any other game like that, the shoot 'em ups like this, rotating, well, this game is for you. 2 thumbs up on the graphics. Obviously, it's a 2018 port of a 1982 classic. I know I said 84 in the video, but that was when it was first released for home video game systems, mainly for ColecoVision and by Coleco back in the day. But made possible for the 8-bit system by New Generation, and I gotta tell you, they did a terrific job of programming it as well. And here you go, the final destination right here. No, not quite. 1982, obviously. As you all know, this arcade game is for 1982. But anyhow, we'll get off that 21st century voyage in just a moment. But obviously, you're blasting away enough jets here, enemy jets all over the place. And you'll be able to blast away at that big enemy plane, obviously, which is coming up real soon right here. And I got to figure out what it is. But yeah, I tell you, this system is well worth it. I mean, I'm glad I got an XE home computer and the XE game system and things like that. But I gotta tell you, this is one of those gems which you've waited a long time to see happen for any Atari unit. As you well know, Coleco had exclusive rights to it. But this game is well worth it. I gotta tell you, 2 thumbs up. Like I said, it's a shoot 'em up of shoot 'em ups. And obviously, once you get past this plane here, as you see me blowing them away, obviously, well, not quite there. But yeah, you get bonus fighters at 10,000 points and 50,000 points, and here you go. I finally got them, and we go on to the next wave, the final voyage here. We're going into the 21st century, 2077 to be exact. And I gotta tell you, Yeah, you're battling your fair share of UFOs, and here you have stranded astronauts here, which you rescue, floating around in space. But yeah, that should do it.
Well, guys, what do you think? I gotta tell you, TIE Pilot plays just as well at home as it does in the arcade, and I gotta tell you, to the programmers of Time Pilot, 2 thumbs up on this particular one. If you want to download it and try it out for yourself for your XE video game system or your Atari 8-bit home computers, you go to AtariH.com, you click on the link down below on this video, and I'll take you right to the download and the subject matter for it. If you want to follow that as well, I'll have a link for that as well. 2 thumbs up. I gotta tell you, they did a heck of a conversion of Time Pilot, and this one's the best I've seen in quite a while, as I also have the 2600 version by Coleco as well. But I got to tell you, it's well done, and I'm getting better at it all the time, I got to tell you. I mean, this shoot 'em up, graphically and everything else, is right up there, pretty much along with the arcade. Well, that's game over for this edition of the Atari Report. So for all of us here at BigHMW.com World Headquarters, I'm Ray Jackson, wishing you good gaming and good night.